Hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sulema Trevino, and I'm so honored to be here with Dr. Terry Hope, who's going to now tell you a little bit about herself. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Dr. Hope?
Hi. Well, I'm a scientist and I have been working with the tools of access consciousness and, in fact, doing research on them for over almost 13 years now.
That's wonderful. I've been doing access and been a certified facilitator for about 18 years now. It's been wonderful fun and a whole lot of transformation. I myself haven't found anything that's faster to change and transform than using these tools of access consciousness. How about you?
Well, yeah, for sure. Like when I did my PhD, I was already doing about 15 different things to assist people to change their lives. And I keep defaulting to using the tools of access for myself and with my clients because it is so fast, effective. It's really crazy how quickly it works.
Well, I'm really, really excited to have you coming to Florida on November 9th to do this foundation class together. And can we just talk a little bit about that and share what a foundation class is and does for people?
Well, to my perspective, a foundation is the opening the door to a new place to start to build your life from. It's like opening up a space where you can start to bring in everything that you actually desire from a new place. And it's not to say that what it is that you're currently living is wrong, but a lot of people who these days are looking for something more. And that's what I know.
Us seekers are always looking for more, right? I think I graduated the Silva method when I was 14 years old. I worked with my aunt who was working with Jose Silva at the time. I've done so many things since then. But that definitely opened up my world to like the intuitive training and the energy work. And for me, the foundation was it really, I feel like my life was great at the time. I was in a great relationship. I had a great business, but that class, I did like backflips. Like I came out of that class feeling like I did backflips and not knowing really like it was more like I had blinders on. Like I could see and I was aware of a lot, but I had blinders on and the blinders came off. And I was now aware like 360 degrees of things that I hadn't been willing to see before. And it was absolutely life transforming for me. It's my favorite class to facilitate. How about you?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. And I love to be with people and contribute to their being able to see how their life can be different. And it's funny how you talk about the blinders thing because most of us don't know what we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you ask somebody, what is it that's keeping you from creating the life that you desire? It's usually they can't even really get to it at a cognitive level. But when you do this work it's not even work, it's play in the Access
Yeah.
Foundation class, it is so amazing to see how much of a smorgasbord life has to offer to us that we are unaware of.
One of the other things that I love about a class is there's some people that will engage and talk and others that will not, but how much like most of what gets discussed and taught it applies to everyone in the class, whether they engage or not.
Well, yeah, even as a facilitator, from doing hundreds of classes,
Mhm.
somebody can ask a question and look to explore something in a different way. And it sort of brings up an energy for everybody. It's so remarkable.
It does. And when one person clears something, it seems like it changes or changes something. It seems like to change for everyone. in the room. You actually come out feeling different. And to me, it's tangible. It's a it's a it's a tangible difference that I feel, and I think that most people feel when they do an access class.
Yeah, and actually it's kind of true. I've seen that. Doesn't matter really what the class is. You get a sense of difference of perception, which takes you to a place that's really more magnificent for how you can function in the world.
So can you put into words what people will get from a foundation class?
What they get is what they'll get.
That's well said.
Um, well, because for everybody, it's different. It's not taking people on a path to see life in a certain way. It's to see life as you know it to be true. And so for each person, that is everybody has a different point of view, which is kind of funny because people think that there's this way, this algorithm, I'm going to call it algorithm,
Right.
but there's a way to do life. And when you
Mhm.
do life a certain way, you're going to get certain outcomes, right? But everybody, I don't know if you noticed, but they use fingerprints as a way
Mhm.
of identifying each person.
Sure,
Why do they do that?
because everyone's unique.
Yes. So everybody that comes to is looking for something different, and how their perception of what they are looking for to bring into their life or change or to have more ease with is always going to be different. So what are they going to get? I don't know. What is
Mhm.
it that people are looking for?
Well, what do we offer? What are we offering in a foundation class? Like, truly, can you put that into words?
I would say it's a space of possibilities.
Mhm.
It's not a track, it's not a defined place. But what I notice is that with this class in particular, that you'll start to see things in your life that you never knew existed that are magnificent. And you'll also see things that maybe now become aware of that are the things that are holding you back from having or creating what it is that you're looking for to have, even if
I
it's
like
just more ease.
I like that, and I like that it also offers practical tools so that you can use in your life after the class that you will be able to use for your entire lifetime, and also share with your loved ones, your friends, your family members. And if and when used, these tools work better than anything I've ever come across, and faster than anything I've ever come across.
Oh yes, that
Yeah.
would be true. Like,
Yeah.
and it's quite remarkable because even in the research that I did, the things that I saw, you cannot actually get that degree of change with anything else.
I love to meet somebody like yourself that is a scientist and a doctor and so well educated in the academia, that has arrived at this type of work and embraced it, because I found it 18 years ago, and I embraced it, and it was more about me following my intuition. It
Mhm.
wasn't about academia. And so showing up and putting the science to this, or giving us some scientific proof, some evidence, let's say, has really, it just really helps me feel better about, not that I needed it, but still, whether we need acknowledgement or not, it's just a wonderful acknowledgement of the work that I've been involved with, and I would love to share with the world, and wouldn't trade it for anything else, actually. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh,
I
you're
appreciate
welcome.
you.
Oh, thanks. And we absolutely know what we know as individuals, and we really don't require proof, but it opens the door to another conversation. And because you can't measure shifts in being necessarily, you can't measure shifts in consciousness. You can look at and get a sense of what the difference is, but it's not required because we all have a deep sense of knowing that is unique to us.
When you said that, family popped up for me. Like when you said you can't measure differences or changes in people, like whether you can or cannot, it seems like parents or family members usually seem to know when somebody's changed, or close friends. Not that there's a, scientific measure, but people do know when we become happier, let's say.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can't stop happiness.
No.
Once you get on the sense of like that joy to wake up every morning, happiness where, I'm kind of like the ever ready bunny. I just keep going and going, and it's nonstop and I'm always happy.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, I'd love to meet with you again next week and talk more and invite people. I think we're inviting people on social media as well to join us for this foundation class, November 9th through 12th.
And it's in Boca Raton,
Yes.
Florida. So
Boca.
I'm flying into Boca Raton, Florida to be and create this really great event with Salima and all of you. Please
And
join.
it's the most beautiful time in Florida because the weather's starting to change and there's beautiful restaurants and places to go to in beautiful Boca Raton. So I hope you'll join us in November and we'll see you again soon.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.